For literature this week, we are going to revise Frindle and the Cricket in Times Square. Frindle by Andrew Clements follows the story of Nicholas or Nick Allen, a 5th grader in 1987 who generates a new name for a pen, a Frindle, after asking his teacher, Mrs. Granger, where words come from. Unfortunately, the very traditional Mrs. Granger believes that using the incorrect term for a pen is disrespectful. Mrs. Granger tries to kill off the word by punishing the students with after-school assignments. Although the principal tries to intervene as well, the spread of Frindle cannot be stopped, and it becomes an extremely popular word within the school, even gathering some national attention. Nick's celebrity eventually began to frighten him, but Mrs. Granger serves as a source of comfort during this time. Eventually, Nick grows up and ends up being quite rich due to a trust fund that had been established for him a decade earlier. Mrs. Granger writes him a letter explaining that she had played the villain to garner more attention for his creation. Touched, Nick donates $1 million to the school in the form of an endowed scholarship in Mrs. Granger's name. So in the beginning, Nick asked, "What are words?" And in the middle of the book, he had the Frindle experiment, and at the end, he found out what the power of words actually are. The Cricket in Times Square. The story is about a cricket from Connecticut named Chester who gets caught on a train for New York. After stumbling on the subway, Chester ends up in Times Square. Mario Bellini, who helps his parents run a newsstand, finds Chester and takes him to the newsstand as he wants to keep the cricket as a pet for good luck. Mama Bellini is worried the cricket will give the family germs, but Papa Bellini is more easygoing about the cricket's presence. At the newsstand, Chester meets Tucker Mouse and Harry Cat, who spend their time scrounging for the city for food and other thrown away items. They show him Times Square, which Chester finds overwhelming, although he also sees its beauty. During the story, Chester reveals his musical chirping talent. Mario takes Chester to Chinatown, where he buys Chester a cricket cage from the Chinatown shop owner, Sai Fong. At one point, Chester accidentally eats a $2 bill from the newsstand cashier. Mama Bellini wants Chester to go, but Tucker gives him part of his coin collection that he had collected from scrounging to save Chester and replace the money. Later, the three friends have a party at the newsstand and Tucker accidentally knocks over a box of matches and set the newsstand on fire. Mama Bellini blames Chester. However, at the right moment, Chester chirps Mama Bellini's favorite song, which she sings along to and which also leads her to change her mind. It soon becomes clear that Chester has a perfect memory for music as he chirps opera selections, which surprises Papa Bellini. Chester decides to go home to Connecticut. He gives a final concert that causes Times Square and blocks of New York City to fall still, with everyone stopping to listen to the music. Mario plays one last time with Chester at the newsstand after that last concert and falls asleep after a while. Later, that same night, after Chester gives a farewell chirp to Mario, Harry and Tucker take Chester to Grand Central Terminal so Chester can hop onto a train. At Grand Central, they all say goodbye. Later, when Mario wakes up as his parents have returned, he realizes that Chester had gone home, but accepts this by saying, and I am glad. The story ends with Tucker telling Harry that maybe they'll visit Connecticut country area one day. There have been sequels concerning the trio after this iconic book. So, In the beginning, Mario finds the cricket, and then the cricket finds friendship and fame, but in the end, he decides to go home.
That's all, folks.